Just a guess, but probably there is no more pumpkin pie and leftover dressing and gravy in your refrigerator. No doubt you ate it all and enjoyed it over the Thanksgiving holiday, but now it is time for a lot of us to get in shape before we open presents on Christmas. So the perfect time for Jack Silverman to join us. He, of course, has InShape MD and has a special kind of early gift for those of you watching this morning. Good to see you this morning, Jack.
Good morning, Julie. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. I'm going to start by embarrassing you a little bit because you too were one who thoroughly enjoyed your Thanksgiving, but now you got to get down to business and kind of get those good habits back on track.
You know, Julie, I think we all know we're going into that, and the average weight gain from Thanksgiving to January 1st is 8 to 10 pounds, and that's a lot. And usually it takes about a year to get that off, believe it or not. So we're all facing the same struggles at this point.
You know, I have heard that before too, and I also have heard that we tend to, naturally as we age, our metabolism, we are told anyway, shifts a little bit. But if you pick up an extra 3 to 5 pounds a year over the course of time, that's a lot of weight to lose.
It sure is, and you mentioned as you get a little bit older, you have a tendency to lose a little bit more muscle, and muscle burns calories and fat better. So as we lose that muscle, we have a tougher time getting the weight off. So it gets a little tougher as we get older.
Okay, I know you want to talk about your BOGO offer that you have, but you just touched on something that for some reason my brain has never latched onto. The reason our metabolism shifts, if you will, as we get older is not just because we're clicking off years, it's because our muscle is diminishing. That's why weight training is so important?
So important. And you know, we seem to leave that out as we get older, and that's one of the most important things. The more lean muscle you can keep on your body, the more fat you're going to burn, even when you're sleeping. So it's so important, even for the shape of your body, to be stronger. All those things are so important to continue your weight training as you get further into your years.
Okay, so let's talk about what you're offering this morning. This is kind of an annual gift to people, but for the first 40 callers, and we'll show the number, what is it that they're going to receive, Jack?
So, Julie, our typical weight loss program, a female loses about 20 to 25 pounds in 1 month, and a male loses 30 to 45 pounds in 1 month. We are offering this year at the Chattanooga our BOGO weight loss HCG Shape Up. And we're going to go ahead and put people through their weight loss program, their exercise, their doctor appointments, everything they need, but they buy one and they get absolutely one free, which is so helpful. So now instead of losing that 20 to 25 pounds, now you're looking at 40 to 60 pounds, which is a great start for the new year.
Okay, so I'm going to go back again to the weight training part of our conversation, because as much fun as it is for you to watch people and for them to experience seeing those pounds shed, and they do, you've brought people here who they show us our before and afters, and it's mind-boggling what can happen in the course of a month. Once that weight is gone, then they can begin to do the exercise program that you also will create for them there on site.
That is correct. We move them right into what's called performance mobility. So they meet with a trainer and they work out 2 or 3 times a week to start building that muscle and to stabilize the new weight that they lost. Because naturally, if you don't, the weight's going to start to try to climb back up. So we need to do something to regulate it and create a new set point. That way your body will live at that weight as long as you continue to exercise and eat good.
Okay, I'm going to play skeptic with you for a minute, because I'm sure there are people watching who are thinking, yeah, I've tried everything. I've been down this yellow brick road far too many times. So what makes this different, Jack?
You know, Julie, I can only tell you that in the past 10 years, we've lost over 80,000 pounds. So we've seen it over and over and over, and thousands of people in Chattanooga have lost their weight through this program. So I guess the proof is in the pudding. When you walk into the facility, you see all the pictures of people that have lost all this weight and the success story. So no better way than to see people you know who have accomplished that goal.
I know that the people you brought who have shared that same conversation with me, I guess what they've talked about is that the HCG program, if you will, sort of prevents them from getting in their own way initially. And by the time they're out of it and they're back to their new normal of eating, they're not craving the same things they used to. The habit has been formed, and now they can just maintain it.
Yes, in that first 4 to 6 weeks, when we're controlling everything to help them be accountable, we're giving the menus, the diet, exactly what to eat, when to eat, and they come in weekly and they're checked in and coached, and all the accountability that goes along with that puts them on a track of doing things right. Once you start changing those habits that are not so good into good habits, then it carries over. Once we implement the exercise after that, it becomes a way of life.
Okay, before I let you go, let me ask you this. For people out there who might be thinking, I want to have the nerve to pick up that phone and call and at least find out if this is a good idea for me, but it's a little bit intimidating, isn't it, Jack? I mean, you're coming in sometimes feeling pretty vulnerable about where you are in your life if you're not happy with it. So how do y'all coach people that way and protect them?
Julie, everybody reaches that point in their life when they say, I'm done, I've got to do something. And we're usually at that point, so which is a great place. We walk you through everything. We sit down, before we even do anything, we sit down and meet with you and have a consultation. We'll do some assessments to see what you actually need to lose this weight and how much weight do you really need to lose, how long it's going to take you, and then we work with you on whatever your budget allows you to do. We'll help you with that.
Okay, so for the first 40 people who call the number that you see on your screen, they're going to be able to get that BOGO deal. Is that right?
That is correct. And it does expire December 31st, but the first 40 callers will get that. Just call to reserve your free gift.
Okay. Great to see you, Jack. I hope to check in with you again before the big day arrives, but have a very merry season in the meantime.
You too, Julie. God bless.
Same to you. You can get in touch with him at InShape MD right there on Perimeter Drive, 475-5088. And if you want to see more about what they have to offer, go to their website, which is InShapeMDChattanooga.com. We're back after this.